So for today's video, we're going to be talking about the structures and the behaviors that plants have inherited that have helped increase their survival. First, let's take a look at this video. Think about what is happening. What's the point of this? So you might have seen that the anthers here, the anthers are, what are they doing? They're rubbing itself. And so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have this shy plant engaging in some self-love when it can't find pollinators. So this is a really cool behavior that plants have developed to ensure that their genes are going to be passed on. So today, our objective is that we're going to analyze the survival and reproductive success of organisms in terms of their behavioral, structural, and reproductive adaptation, specifically plants. So first, let's take a look at this collage of plant species. What observations can you make? Take this time to think about what do you see? So you may have said, oh, some have cones, some have leaves, some are on the ground, some grow up. All of these are valid, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So nicely done. So we actually categorize plants based on whether or not they have this thing called vascular tissue. Vascular tissues can transport water and food throughout the plant. So let's take a look at the different types of vascular tissue. Xylem, as you guys know from before, is going to transport water, and phloem is going to transport food. It was supposed to show up right now, but let's just go ahead and write that on our notes. Xylem transports water, and phloem transports food. So what happens to plants that don't have xylem or phloem? They also don't have leaves, and they don't produce seeds. And so the examples for these are these thing called mosses, also known as bryophyte. You'll probably see them at both, so let's go ahead and write both of them down. These are earlier plants. They grow on the ground, they don't have xylem or phloem, and they don't have leaves. So these are very, very early plants that have survived. So these plants use Sternger life processes to survive. So what you're going to do is pause the video and use the words that you see to fill in the blank on your notes. So go ahead and pause. When you're done, go ahead and check yourself if you got the right terms. You can pause this video to check whether or not you got the right terms. So let's go ahead and move on to plants that do have vascular tissue. These are going to be called our vascular plants. One difference that they have is they can produce seeds. They also have specialized organs, such as they actually have stems so they can grow up, they can grow tall. They have xylem, which transports water. They have phloem that transports food all throughout the plants. And they also have this specialized structure called roots. And roots are going to be responsible for absorbing the water. That's why you plant, well, that's why you water plants near the roots. So that's where the water is going to be absorbed. And roots are actually rapidly growing. And so at the very tip, there's going to be rapid mitosis happening, allowing the roots to expand and really make a place for them on the soil. Also, in vascular plants, they're going to have leaves, and this is where most of the photosynthesis and the gas exchange is going to happen. And as you know, guard cells surround these openings called stomata, which are going to regulate the amount of gases that can come in and come out of the plant cell. So the big difference between plants is how they reproduce. All of plants can reproduce sexually and asexually, but they're going to do it in different ways. So let's take a look at seedless vascular plants. Vascular meaning they have xylem and phloem, seedless meaning that they don't produce seeds. So in this case, what they've evolved to do is they are actually going to live in the water because they have swimming sperm that can fertilize the eggs. And the examples of these that you might see are ferns and horsetails, so plants that really grow in the water so that their sperm can fertilize the eggs. The next type of plants that we're going to take a look at is this thing called gymnosperms, and you've seen this before: evergreen trees, pine trees, and ginkgo trees. So these type of plants are going to reproduce with seeds that are exposed. So if a plant, if the seed is exposed, this is going to be called our naked seeds. And you've seen these before. It's just going to be your pine cones pine cones, and these usually keep their leaves all year long. The cool thing is that we can actually make male, and they actually make male and female cones. And so gymnosperms, again, are going to be the exposed seeds in the form of these cones. And last but not least, we have our angiosperms. So examples of these are maple trees, vegetables, grasses, flowering plants. Key thing here, put a star next to flowering plants. These type of plants are going to reproduce with seeds that are covered or enclosed. So these plants, they have fruit that protect the seed, which allow it to be dispersed, and that's going to be how they're going to be able to ensure that they reproduce successfully. Again, the key thing with angiosperms is that they have flowers, where in the male reproductive part of the flower is called the stamen. I always remember male men, stamen, and female reproductive part is called the pistil. So the ovary actually protects the seeds as they develop, which eventually ripens to a fruit. So when you eat a fruit, that's really just a ripened ovary. And the cool thing about angiosperms is that they rely on pollinators. They rely on pollinators to spread their seeds. So throughout history and throughout time, we can say that you probably can't see it, but this says they have co-evolved. And again, vascular plants, they also do sternger as well to survive. So go ahead and look at these, take a look at your answer choices here, and then pause the video. Yep, go ahead and pause. And then when you're ready, take a look and pause again and see if you got these correct. So in this video, as we conclude, you took a look at 4 different types of plants. First of all, mosses. Again, they have no vascular tissue, so they're going to grow closer on the ground. We took a look at ferns. They do have vascular tissue, but they're kind of in between. They don't have seeds, but they do have xylem and phloem. Gymnosperms, which are cones, are naked seeds. And we have our flowering plants, our angiosperms, which have fruit and flowers. So the next steps after you complete this is to complete your independent practice, which must be checked off by me. And then you can go ahead and complete your next mastery or your next video. Thanks for watching.